small boats coming.
This is the latest news that you want to see. I mean,
What's your advice on dealing with the small boats crisis in this country? The small boats crisis.
Boats coming over the channel, so we're taking a lot of action to stop people coming over the channel who shouldn't be here, stopping them coming in the first place.
Well, look, immigration is a...
Now they want to stop it. How convenient.
Just starts talking over him.
A big factor, and I think, frankly, if they're coming from other countries and you don't know who they are, and are they coming from prisons? We have them where they came in from prisons. We're moving them all out. We had a border last June, just recent, last month. We had 0 people come into the country, 0, other than coming through legal means. If you're stopping immigration and stopping the wrong people, I give my hats are off to you. You're doing not a good thing. You're doing a fantastic thing. So I know nothing about the boats. But if the boats are loaded up with bad people, and they usually are, because, other countries don't send their best. They send people that they don't want. And they're not stupid people. And they send the people that they don't want. And I've heard that you've taken a much stronger stance on immigration.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work stopping them coming. We just signed an agreement to return them, and we've returned 35,000, in fact, under the first year of this Labour government, of people who shouldn't be in this country.
Convenient. So, now they want to return them.
People who've got no right to be here.
That's great. As somebody that loves this country,
that's great.
I love this country. My mother was born in, as you know, my mother was born in Scotland, and it's an incredible place, a beautiful place.
That's great. Anyway, it's passive aggressive. I know. Out of 200,000, what's he on about? I don't know. I mean, again, he is that guy is just. I feel so bad for people in Britain. Like, this guy is such a. Oh no! Look at the panic on his face. What is this?
What's important to free speech today?
Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular, perhaps. In particular, perhaps they are, but
we've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud about that.
What's the small?
He just goes in.
I don't think that's real.
Win?
They never have.
Oh my God.
Had free speech.
And he's just sitting here talking shit right next to him too.
Europe is a much different place than it was just 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and they've got to get their act together. If they don't, you're not going to have Europe anymore as you know it, and you can't do that. This is a magnificent part of the world, and you cannot ruin it. You cannot let people come in here illegally.
He just fucking stands there, bro.
What happens is there'll be murderers, there'll be drug dealers, there'll be all sorts of things that other countries don't want. And they send them to you, and they send them to us, and you've got to stop them.
Oh my fucking God.
Well, I do know he wants to cut taxes as much as he can, and politics is pretty simple. It's I assume there's a thing going on between you and Nigel, and it's okay. It's 2 parties. But generally speaking, the one who cuts taxes the most, the one who gives you the lowest energy prices and the best kind of energy, the one that keeps you out of wars.
This guy has major Jeb Bush energy. He treats this guy the way he treated Jeb Bush.
He's kept you out of wars, but the one that keeps you out of wars, you have a few basics, and
you know what I mean.
And you can go back 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years.
He knows he's cooked, so he has to listen to Trump.
Yeah.
Keep us safe, keep us out of wars, no crime, stop the crime. And in your case, a big immigration component, because,
ooh, big.
Just sitting right fucking next to him. Just talking mad shit.
Hell yeah.
Your attitude has become strong on immigration, strong on the toughness of immigration. But I think whoever's going to be...
He's not saying a word.
I think I won because we had a lousy president, to be honest with you. We had an incompetent president. But I won because I was very strong on immigration.
I mean, like, if you're from the UK, like, you've got to think this guy's a bitch, right? I mean, you have to think this guy's kind of a bitch.
Now, we had inflation.
100%.
We had sort of a bad economy.
Yeah,
with
okay,
this
good.
guy.
I just want to make sure.
We had a lot of problems, but I focused on immigration more than I did anything else. And
I think I won because of immigration. I think I won because of the border.
Helped.
I had a bad border where millions of people were coming in to our country illegally. And as you know, in
Forget the
last month,
list.
0 people came into our country illegally, 0. So we went from a bad, incompetently run border to the most competently run border that anybody's ever seen.
Man, you having a bad time, huh? Yeah, he having a real fucking bad time. They can't answer that, go to jail. And so anyway, no,
Yeah, they
it
go
gets
to
even
jail.
worse.
Figures.
About what?
Will you visit London during the state visit?
I will.
Visit London.
I'm not a fan of your mayor.
Why not?
I think he's done a terrible job. The mayor of London, but a nasty person. I think he's done.
Just talking shit.
He's a friend of mine, right?
No, I think he's done a terrible job.
Just anyway.
But I would certainly visit London. Yeah.
Would you want to so MP
He's my friend, you know.
That's it.
Well, I like Nigel. I mean, Nigel, as you know, is a friend of mine. Nigel's done very well. He's a friend of mine. And Keir's a friend of mine.
Would you recall
Holy shit. Holy shit. You gotta be kidding me.
Parliament so that
Oh, fuck, man. So full of shit. I know.
the president makes it look easy dealing with illegal migration. You must be envious of his record in such a short period of time.
Well, look, I think we.
You must be jealous. He can't even say anything. He's gonna ramble some fucking dumb shit.
Oh no.
Complete collapse.
He's having a bad. This is a bad day for him, man. Oh God.
Irregular, illegal migration is a huge issue.
Irregular. Look at his
big problem.
It is a
This does not look good.
That's why we must bear down on it.
Looks very
The president
nervous.
makes it look easy dealing with illegal migration. You must be
He makes
envious
it look
of his
easy.
record in such a short period of time.
Well, look, I think we've been discussing irregular, illegal migration is a huge issue.
Disgusting and
It's
yeah.
bad.
The United Kingdom, it is a real cause for concern, and that's why we must bear down on
I
it.
just picked this card. Don't fuck me. Pokemon.
God damn, man. That's brutal. Holy fucking shit, man. That is bad. And
Yeah,
what
it's
is this
bad.
here?
I need this.
Oh,
I
God.
can't get it.
Mr. President, you have a successful social media site. There are new powers here to censor your site, state-mandated powers.
To censor my site?
To censor your site
Oh my fucking God.
Here we
and
go.
Twitter and Facebook. I mean, truth. Is that okay?
I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good things. Will you please uncensor my site?
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone. We've
Will you
got
please
sites which
uncensor
are
my
protect
site?
children, in particular from sites like suicide sites. We've had too many cases in the United Kingdom of
For sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
children taking their own lives. And when you look through their social media, they've been accessing sites which talk about suicide and encouraging, if you like, children down that road. And that is what we want to stop. There's nothing about censoring
But that
free speech.
treats all adults like
this
children.
country is the proud.
But that can treat all adults
free
like
speech in this
children.
country has been for a very long time. We're very, very proud of it.
Wow.
Bro, this
Why
guy
don't you
is
just get the
such a
fucking kids
bullshitter,
off
it's
the
insane.
internet?
Oh my
What a
God.
fucking
I
retard.
love this.
If you put a retard, if a retard
There's
tried
been
to
another
bullshit
public
you.
crash out that's been happening a lot.
Wait, what?
It's under investigation.
There's
as
been
a
another
potential hate
crash
crime.
out? A crash out investigation? Come
And a lot of
on.
people are outraged about this event. It's pushed a lot of, I think, racial narratives. I don't know whether it was racially motivated or not.
I'll let you know.
But, you know, that's where
I'll
people
be
are
the
at.
decider.
Well, I don't know what you do with the people standing around watching. But there are at least 5 suspects charged.
Nothing. I wouldn't like. You really like. You shouldn't expect somebody to get involved in that shit. I would never want to get involved in that shit because
We don't know what
if you
happened
get
yet.
involved, like they might hurt you. Nuh-uh.
True.
You got the point.
Yeah.
With the violent Cincinnati brawl that left 2
You
people
might know.
seriously injured on Saturday
Oh,
night.
a brawl.
The Trump administration is suggesting this should be treated as a hate crime investigation. And while it remains unclear what
you don't
want
wanna
to
get
attack
involved in
exactly,
that
it is
shit.
very clear about how violent it got. One of the most disturbing parts of the story is how many people were just standing around watching. Well, clearly not just watching, because we have so much video of it. They were on their phones. One person called 911. And here's a warning: some of what you'll see.
They don't want to get it. They don't want these. Like, if you have a bunch of fucking psychos show up, starting trouble, not everybody wants to go out and be a hero. Q Daniel Penny. This is why I think you should be able to have a gun. Somebody goes and does this to you, you shoot them in the fucking head. Problem solved.
Obviously, is disturbing. Maybe
Exactly.
So now let's go to
self-defense.
Here we go.
Brian Yennis, who's in the studio to take us through all of this. Brian, this video went viral, and parts of it are really hard to watch.
Yeah, absolutely very difficult to watch, Harris. The charges against the 5 suspects are sealed, and we don't even know yet how many, if any, have been arrested. Cincinnati's police chief says we can anticipate, though, more charges against more people. Now, look, the video shows a white man being punched and kicked by a group of black people in downtown Cincinnati on Saturday at 3 a.m. The police have not said how or why this started. The police chief says alcohol played a significant role, and they've characterized it as a sudden dispute following a verbal altercation. Now, in the brawl, a woman appearing to try to protect the man is sucker punched by another man, appearing to be...
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Is that what happened?
A woman appearing to try to protect the man is sucker...
God damn.
Oh, shit.
Bro, he just not...
She's the one that came up.
Other man,
and she got
appearing to be
knocked out.
Unconscious. Cincinnati's police chief says 100 people watched or were involved, yet only one person called 911.
Oh my God.
I think what they should be angry about is nobody called the police. That is unacceptable, to not call the police when you view this. Traffic was horrendous.
What does that say about you guys? If no one wants to be involved with you guys, what does that say about you?
Fighting in front of traffic. Why
Yep.
didn't somebody call us?
Because
you would have charged.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
They don't want to call.
No one wants to
because
get in
they're worried that
trouble.
by calling, they could make themselves a target for the people that are being violent. That's obviously the reason why.
And, well, that too.
I don't know why you.
There's a few reasons.
You should know that.
Target for the cops too.
Vice President J.D. Vance spoke about this yesterday while in Ohio. Listen.
What I saw is a mob of lawless thugs beating up on an innocent person, and it's disgusting. And I hope every single one of those people who engage in violence is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. When you have a grown man who sucker punches a middle-aged woman, that person ought to go to jail for a very long time.
The Trump administration's Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, Harmeet Dillon, suggested hate crime charges could be filed, quote, our federal...
Just because there's a fight between two people of different races doesn't mean that it's a hate crime. And now, it doesn't mean that it's not.
Yeah, how did we get to a hate
immediately
crime?
jump on that and assume that's the reason why.
That is kind of odd.
Apply to all Americans. We at Civil Rights will monitor...
Yeah, it could be. I wouldn't rule it out. I'm just saying I wouldn't start with that as the default, okay? Like, I mean, I don't know. How's that? Come on, guys. Come on.
We have no idea.
Local
Yeah.
authorities handle this attack. Now, Harris, Cincinnati Police Chief,
And the guy knocked
yesterday,
out a white
the social
chick.
media video does not
he
depict
was
the
white.
entire incident. One video, for instance, we've seen shows other people that perhaps were being beaten down as well, not just the one man. And I will also point out that there has been criticism from Republican Senator Bernie Moreno against the mayor, Pureval, of Cincinnati for waiting, what he says, 2 days to release a statement. And he says that he had not contacted any of the victims as of yesterday when that statement came out.
Well, look, it doesn't surprise.
That's all political theater. None of that matters. The problem is that you live in a lawless city where people like that are able to go around and be violent, aggressive, and intimidate the public on a regular basis. I bet that's probably not the first crash out that group of people has had. The
It's
issue
usually
is
how it
that
works.
you let this go on over and over and over, and eventually people think that it's normal. Gun laws, huge gun laws too. If whites do this, it's racist. No, you guys are absolutely right. I will say it. If other people would not want to say it, if the races were reversed, this would be a national event, and all the Democrats would be saying that it was a huge race event 100%. I get that. And I understand that that's the reason why everybody's saying that it's a hate crime, and when you're in a circus, you have to behave like a clown. I understand that. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. Like, you can push for that. That's fine. I understand it. But I don't think that's a good starting point.
Surprised me that we're going to see the proceeds of more video in all of this. We should see a lot.
Yeah.
People were standing around with their cell phones, taking pictures and videos instead of calling for help. I understood it took 6 minutes for anybody to get there, and there was no ambulance.
See, this is why you have guns, by the way. You just shoot these people.
Yeah, I mean, that woman on the ground, that's a lot. Brian,
Simple.
thank you.
Of course.
Emily, I know that they will bring in more evidence in all of this, but as you look at this, this is a crime scene.
Yes. First of all, I would never use words like fight or brawl.
It's not a fight.
I would use words like attack, assault.
Yeah.
I would charge this, first of all, with attempted murder, because we've seen what one-punch murders can be. This was horrifying.
I mean, sucker punching
one-punch murder.
You are a military-aged man on asphalt, on the pavement. Yeah, I could say that's attempted murder, sure.
Deserves no place in society.
Why the fuck are we saying it's attempted murder? We all know it's not attempted murder. We know it's really fucking bad, extremely bad, but we know for a fact he wasn't trying to kill her.
Society. Ohio State has complicit laws.
Like, there's two
so if
different.
you take part in a group beat.
I feel like we all can't be stupid here and just realize that we know he was trying to fucking. He tried to punch someone that he thought he just got attacked. He's probably really drunk and he was not having it.
Then
Doesn't mean he was trying to kill somebody. Holy shit.
For those that you see on those myriad cameras recording this. So I certainly would charge everyone.
But at the same time, that doesn't mean he ain't in trouble. Because he's still in big trouble.
With the attempted murder,
like
I would charge them with felonious assault. I would charge with them everything under the book. And Harmeet Dillon
these are the 2%ers that I talk about.
Felonious
assault. You know that 1% of the population is responsible for like 63% of the violent crimes? So if you literally just took out that 1% of the population, over half the violent crimes would just disappear. It's literally that simple. I don't know why we have to live in terror because we're afraid of holding people accountable for being psychotic animals.
Absolutely right that if the state doesn't get it right, and I'm not holding my breath, then step in with hate charges at the federal level. This was nauseating to watch. And the amount of tiptoeing around that we have seen from anyone but the vice president and representatives of the federal authorities is so disheartening to boot. So you're telling me it was a fight when you see 100 people, 100 black people beating up 2 white people, and you're not, what if this was 100 white people beating up 2 Asian people? I think it would be pretty clear. There is no place for this in our civilized society, and the fact that Cincinnati downtown in that area.
Like I as I said before, I mean, I'm not really a big I'm not a bit like I understand that I agree with the double standard, that it's very obvious that, you know, if the races were reversed, then you'd have a totally different dynamic, like 100%. But I think that both sides are stupid to that, right? I mean, there are plenty of altercations that happen between groups of people, and it's not race related. But at the same time, she is right, and everybody knows that she's right, that if the races were reversed, this would be a national story. And everybody would be talking about it, and people would be immediately assuming that it was racism, and it's like, oh, let's worry about white supremacy again, right? Like, absolutely.
was bare and devoid of law enforcement. That is on the shoulders
and
of
that's
that
also the other reason why other people don't want to comment about it or talk about it. And JD Vance clearly doesn't give a fuck. Him and Trump do not give a fuck about this. Like, they have no problem saying stuff like this, which is why I think people like them, or at least a lot of people like them. Some people like them, but in general, like, that's the reason why you don't have a lot of other people speaking out about it. Do you really know what happened, though, and why the fight started? No one's talking about that. Well, like, I don't really see, like, what would be the reason of, like, why you would punch a middle-aged woman in your in the face, right? Like, why would you do that? Like, maybe the guy got in a fight and, like, maybe he deserved it because he was, like, starting shit with them. Yeah, sure, I could easily see that. But, like, why would you punch the woman in the face? Like, what context would make that justified? I don't really see any.
Chief Terry, and there is so much more accountability to be had. That woman was a single mother who was just attending a birthday party. Now she's fighting for her life to the cheers of those 100+ people, and now we're going to have to pay for their 3 square meals a day, by the way, in prison going on.
That's why you force them into mandatory labor, and then you make the money off of them.
And that's what they're going to get. They're going to enjoy the royal treatment in prison. So no matter how you look at this, there's going to be zero accountability for those monsters.
Well, unless they get a soft.
So this is my master plan: is that you put all the Nevrons in jail, and then you make them work. And if they don't work, then you put them in, like, solitary confinement or something like that, or you, like, make their sentence a lot worse. And so they're basically, like, they have to work, or they can work to make their sentence shorter, maybe. And that way you solve the problem of, like, you solve a labor problem. You get these people out of the out of society. It's like you're killing, like, 10 birds with one stone. What are Nevrons? Nevrons are this is the word I use for latent, aggressive, soulless, obnoxious beings that exist for the sole purpose of causing discord, trouble, drama, and chaos. That's basically it.
On crime policy deal. I mean, that's what we.
I'm turning it into a slur.
Oh, where is the justice? Can it be meted out the way Emily said? And if the feds get involved, I totally get that. Pierce.
Yeah, sickening on so many levels. We don't know the whole story, but what we do know is the police chief went out, and I saw an extraordinary press coverage she gave where she tried to be blaming social media.
What?
That was the real problem.
What?
The problem wasn't this violent brawl in which so many people rounded on this guy. I don't really care how it started. Whatever it started, it ended with a horrific act of mob violence. Then you have a woman punched unconscious, could have died, like you said. But the real problem is social media, apparently, amplifying the wrong narrative about this. No, we know what we saw.
The real problem is the guy punching the woman, right? That's what I would say.
And whatever built up to the moment, we then saw a horrific mass number of people rounding on one guy and a woman knocked cold. And we also saw so many phones out. You know, what has happened to our society? We have this in the UK as well. When the first thought of people, when they see a woman knocked unconscious, who may be dead, is to take a phone out and record it on their phone and then post it on their social media for life.
I can only speak from my point of view, but the reason why I would probably avoid rendering aid or trying to intervene is that I wouldn't want to get hit either, because you don't know whether these people have knives or guns themselves. And also, I would worry that somehow if I tried to help her in a way that didn't help her, because I'm not a, medically licensed professional, I could get sued in the future if she had some sort of injury from me helping her in the wrong way. Like, I know that sounds like a very boring, legal, super vanilla answer, but that's the reason why. And you could say that's stupid too, but I would probably call 911. Like I did. There was one time there was like this roaming crackhead outside my local gas station, and I walked over there at like 3:30 in the morning, and the crackhead's standing in the middle of the street, and he's telling me about how he fucked my mom, and I'm like, okay, for sure, man. And I go to the door, and the door is closed. It's locked. And I'm like, well, what is it? I knock on the door, and it's the same guy that's always there, right? Like, I mean, I've known the guy 15 years, right? And so he opens the door and he, found out that he's like telling me, he's like, oh, this guy's causing trouble. And I'm like, well, like why don't you just let me call the police? Well, the guy doesn't really speak English. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to call the police. Let me call the police. And he's like, yeah, please do. And so I called the police and I told the crackhead, I said, listen, do you want ice cream? He said, yes. And I'm like, all right, you're going to wait right there. I'm going to get you your ice cream. I'm going to get it for you right now. Fucking retard sits there and just waits. The cops show up. Oh, they're so stupid. They are. They're so stupid. Like, it's easy. Yeah. It's, again, you gotta understand our story. Yeah, that's it. And we got him, bro. The betrayal, yeah.
That is as sickening as almost any other part of this. None of them, apart from one person, call for help. One person with a woman who might be dead on the ground.
Well, and it's still not clear yet, Cheryl, if the one person was in the bank of cars that was being pushed back, the traffic that couldn't come through because this mob was blocking the way for those cars. So there were people inside those vehicles who were also witnessing this.
Yeah. And did nothing except film, to your point. And that police chief coming out and saying this is social media journalism, and she was pointing her finger at the reporters in the room, I thought was so disrespectful. And by the way, this police chief, it was just recently sued this year by 4 lieutenants in her own department for discrimination. They are 4 white lieutenants that are also...
There are 2 groups of people in this world that cause all of our problems. Every single time. Oh my God.
Suing her because they say that she has done nothing but promote minorities and women ahead of them, and they're actually taking her to court over it.
I would be predisposed to believe that if the first thing that you do when something really bad like this happens is you start chastising everybody else around it that didn't want to get involved with somebody who could potentially have a gun or a knife. Like, what a stupid thing to say. And on top of that, it's such a misdirection. It's an obvious misdirection.
Well, the humanity aspect, obviously, only 1 person in 100 called the police. What does that tell you about humanity today? But beyond that, there's been a lot of frustration saying, online at least, of saying that if the races were reversed, the coverage that this would get, the immediacy of the coverage that it would get, it would be enormous. And there's statistics to back that up. The Washington Free Beacon did an examination both pre-George Floyd and post-George Floyd, and looked at 1,100 articles from 6 major publications and found that post-George Floyd, the media was much more likely at a much significant amount to report on white offenders than they were on black offenders and naming the race. And so I do think there's documented evidence to...
Wow. I could have told you that for fucking free. You didn't need to study for that. Everybody knows that. It's fucking obvious.
Prove that a lot of those dynamics have changed post George Floyd. But yeah,
everybody
to
knows
see what
that.
we saw. Does it even matter the how and why of how it started?
Well, it does if we want to keep it from happening again, because Cincinnati seems a bit out of control. And to Emily's point, there were no cops around that could stop it right away, and then there were no emergency services for 6 minutes. I mean, that woman was out. That's a lot.
Where are social police officers? In other words, the public, who you could rely on in the good old days to see a scene like that and rush to that woman's help. What's happened to social police work?
Daniel Penny. Yeah, Daniel Penny.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, remember that guy? That guy choked out that fucking freak in the New York subway. Oh my God, that guy, bro, had like 3 charges of aggravated, or not aggravated, sorry, just like random fucking assault on women. He's a hero? Absolutely. The world is 100% a better place without that fucking freak around. It is. And Daniel Penny did the entire world a favor.
He get penalized for one.
But his whole life got fucked over in the process. It did. It got massively fucked over. And he almost went to jail for it.
criminal court facing murder charges.
And think about also Kyle Rittenhouse, too. That's the reason why people don't go out and they don't fight back against this stuff, is they don't want to have their life destroyed and be painted like a racist or a psychopath because they're trying to uphold a basic level of societal order.
Did the Ferguson effect for police officers. I mean, police officers have even been fearful to do their jobs post-Ferguson. Rahm Emanuel said that, Democrat Rahm Emanuel.
But this was this was gleeful, wasn't it? This was gleeful recording. We're enjoying this. Look at this.
Correct.
Give me a like.
The worst of us.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me.
Yeah, society discourages you from intervening. Well, it's a popular, it's called the bystander effect. A lot of people know about this. But anyway, yeah, this is the way that I feel about it. I wouldn't automatically assume that it's a race issue. I'm not saying, I'm not ruling it out or anything. I just would not immediately come to that conclusion without more.
I mean, I don't automatically assume anything.
A to Z, black people hitting white people, it's because of race for sure. Like, obviously, I'd need to see more information for that. But again, I also acknowledge that if the roles were reversed, the races were reversed, nobody would need to see any other information, and people would be creating their own narratives just like they are with this. And that's what I said before. When you're in a circus, don't be surprised. Or sorry, when you make things a circus, don't be surprised when everybody else starts acting like a clown. And so that's how it is. And bystander effects evidence everyone in life. Yes, exactly. And it's a side effect of defund the police. Well, I just think in general, I'm very much a big fan of the Second Amendment, and anybody being violent like this, you should just be able to shoot them. Like, that's it. No restrictions, really. And I think that's the way it should be. And everyone's down to throw fists when the 9mm comes out. Well, the thing is that people aren't going to throw fists if 9mm could come out. And there's a lot of there's something to be said for people not wanting to court trouble whenever they're worried that they could get shot. Yeah, that's it. Y'all ready for this?
That's a great point he made.
You know what's so funny? Everyone who felt comfy enough to out themselves that they voted for Trump back in January, they're dead silent right now.
I'm still saying it.
No, they're not.
What is her issue?
What?
Dead silent.
Apprehending them and taking them away from their families and their jobs and the lives they've built here doesn't bother you, then you're a bad person.
No, I'm not. I'm a good person. You're the bad person with the crazy fucking eyes.
Oh no!
I can't tweet now.
Guys.
The bad people
Guys,
are
I
going
never thought
home.
about it that way.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I don't want to be your friend. And I don't care about your
Thank
opinion.
God.
Oh. What?
Won't be my friend.
I say this in the most disrespectful way possible as a first-generation American whose parent is not from this country. If you got here and you got papers and you agree with what's going on right now, fuck you.
If you are a resident of Los Angeles, California, and you
I'm
have
starting to recognize a pattern.
a large platform on this
Middle-aged white women.
and you have decided, you have made the conscious choice to not speak out against the ICE raids that are taking place.
Because they like the free labor.
Go ahead.
The attack that Los Angeles is feeling in this moment.
They're getting
if you're
attacked.
not sticking your head out for your own community, the city of Los Angeles in which you live, that you benefit so much from.
See, these women, all of them stand to lose their royalty status where they get driven around and food delivered by illegal aliens that work off of somebody else's Uber or Uber Eats account. And they have their entire lifestyle that's subsidized by the exploitation of labor of people in third world countries that have come over here seeking a better life, but have instead been taken advantage of by companies and corporations to the expense of everybody in the country. They don't want to lose their indentured servants. They don't want to lose their privileges. They don't want to lose their pool boys, their housekeepers, all the jobs that they think that they're too good to do. Well, maybe you're not.
Damn, there you go. There you fucking have it. Maybe not. Baby, I am the one on the floor. All right. Now what? Just bug the game out. Damn it. Like, jeez. Yeah, I am the one. Let's sell.
How can I be of aid?
Ought to rethink the approach.
How can I be of aid?
Care to take a look at my... None of it's
I've
junk.
been
Trust me.
the human.
Deal.
Good old black belt, level 8. Adds a charm slot.
Not bad. Deal.
Deal. Hunting grounds it is. I'm a flipping badass.
Whipping up a storm.
That guy tried to fight all them dudes.
Not but bad energy about that. I should ask Finn what's what.
So, I was right to
Ben.
be luck hero, please. But now, I'm gonna get while the getting's good.
Right where I left off.
I've been itching for a good hunt.
Hell no.
I'm bad double as is.
How can I be of aid? Time is short.
Hey, none of it's junk. Trust me. Guess I can help move that for you. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but cheers.
Alright, where am I going?
Don't let it escape.
The wind howls.
No time to tarry.
You're as good as dead.
Oh, shit.
please.
Damn.
Lightning strikes twice.
Following you guys.
Bring it on. These halfwits seek to summon something better left well alone. Straight through the arm. Something tells me we've not seen the last of him. I'll not make the journey home like that.
So the cultists really did have a king. Thank you, hero.
Have enough in my pack already.
Now what do I do with all this shit?
Quickly. Move swiftly.
Hello? You feeling lucky? Not bad. Sure, I'll take it off your hands. Boy, then. Yes?
This guy the fuck down. Feels good. Good team here. Fuck is that? Skinny box. Right here. There it is.
I'm bent double as is. Una will thank me for this, no doubt.
You found my loot. I think I shall.
Aye, these tired ears could use a tune or two. Ne'er an inch spared the flames. These poor folk are beyond saving. Don't stand a chance! Stretch through the arm!
I got the guillotine.
The guillotine drops.
Fucker hits so quick for a one shot.
guillotine. Clots. Your time is up. Face your death. The guillotine. Clots. Face your death. Kill the criminal. The guillotine. Clots.
How come I can't resurrect? Guillotine. Justice will be served. Nowhere to run. You just kill him. Dang.
Surely we can.
No escape. Not this time.
Great will take you, bastard! You had your chance to kill me. Now it's my turn. Straight through the heart.
Time is up. Guillotine. Face your death. Get down here. Down, get out. Your time is up.
What? From across the map? Bro. was waiting for my shit. Fuck you. I seen that. You little cocksucker. I can't believe that. Fuck me. Back home quick.
For what it's worth, it isn't worth.
The village has been destroyed. We must infiltrate them. Go.
Owner's house. You've caught me at a moment. Who knows what prices await?
Who knows?
Sure, I'll take it off your hands. Deal. Later.
Mm-hmm. Right. Running it?
Wind's fury! A front against nature.
Figures. That happens more often, I think, every day. You got a cat? Trippy cat? Damn. That's me, ain't it? I'm just cutting them off. So much slower. How did this happen? I do one little body block. Must have got nerfed. See the pain I was causing.
Now to do with a tyrant, but stick his head on a pike.
Pike.
Batten down the active.
Yeah, I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. They're not getting XP? Oh no, wow.
There's the tyrant in all his rotten glory.
Papoose.
That's no statue. Whatever it was, it's dead now.
And I'm getting XP now. Look at that. This is a hard boss, too.
The wind howls.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say it's most likely right there.
I sense Oriana knows. And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true. That fair-haired villager, an eternal descendant, she knew. At that moment when our eyes locked, we both knew. She clung to her children like I would end them then and there. She is a terrorist now. How many others must I fear? Is my blood truly impure? Oriana assures me we can right some of the wrongs of the past. She promises a way forward for Ogham. A way forward for the clans and the clanless alike.
The clan. For the clan and the clanless.
We must continue with our task.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's get it. Come on, guys.
Step by step.
Real guy on our team, eh? That blood hurts. Rune of Wisdom. I am a real American.
I've heard enough of the beast to know feeding it's a fool's game. I've heard enough of the beast to know feeding it's a fool's game.
Time to feed the beast.
This interloper has the power we need. Kill her, and you shall have everything I promised.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
Go on then. Come and get it. Part of the storm.
You'll pay with your life. Easy prey. Oriana! Open the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised!
I think not. I think so much more. People are too weak to do the job. I'll find someone else. Goodbye.
Manipulative whore! How dare you abandon me after all I've given you! Freezing gale! Solstice of pain! As night falls, winter's chill, sought the unworthy, through an endless night, they wither and tarry, forsaken thrusts, as cold as death, of bale as misery. The pack won't forget.
No shot.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment. The madness, it consumed my being. Oriana used it against me.
Where has she taken the beast?
I found messages from the desert.
Tempest Bell is stupid.
Yes. Find her.
You ain't talking to me.
But first, please, stop the madness.
As you wish. We must make haste. Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
Count, dear, we can find it. Take a look.
You've done well, but good luck.
We must put the fledge. Go.
The clan leaders... Or we just... None of it's junk. Trust me. Not bad. Boy, then.
How can I advise you? Betrayal of... The Countess has escaped with the beast.
Let's go.
Has ended in cataclysm. We must pursue her to the plains of Vastyria. We should find the Marikath caravan. Only they can lead us through that harsh and unforgiving land.
Well, my lady, we have arrived. The Vastyria waits. Good luck to you.
This outpost seems to be part of a trade route. Move swiftly.
You are seeking power.
I'm no stranger to slaying beasts. Aye, I'll make it work.
Damn.
Stormlance sticks into the ground, periodically zapping enemies with lightning. It can also consume a frenzy charge to overcharge. Lightning Spear splits into many projectiles on impact and has a
him up there, the leader. Whipping up a storm.
Fuck. There you go. Come on. Come on, baby. Give me number trouble. Double trouble today. That was right. They're offline.
Whipping up a storm.
They get glitched out as well. They're fucking cooked. Bro. They just keep coming. Damn.
So this is the Visteri. I've never felt further from home.
Quickly.
Can't even use nothing.
Part of the job.
I'm not gonna beat this guy. This way too hard. Alright guys, well I'll catch you later. Have a good night. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.